Everyone, it's the Duchess, and I'm here with another movie review for you. This one is actually from a very dear friend of mine, the Dame of Darkness, Miss Lulu. She asked that I review one of her favorite movies, which is Charlie's Farm. Now, I had never heard of it. It's from 2014, and let me just say, this is one of the most amazing movies I have ever seen in my life. It's an Australian film, which it really surprises me living in Australia and having lived here in Australia in 2014 that I hadn't heard of this. But this movie is incredible. It's not for the squeamish. If you've got a problem with gore, not the movie for you. That said, if you've got a problem with gore, you're probably not watching a lot of horror movies anyway, because that seems to be a pretty much common theme. It is absolutely riveting. It literally grabs a hold of you almost from the very first minute that it starts, and it never lets go. I know I try really hard not to do spoilers for you guys, and I'm going to continue to try to do that, but I think you need to have a little bit of an idea as to what it's about. Basically, two couples decide that they're going to go out into the outback to an extremely large farm that is supposedly haunted. Now, supposedly the reason that it's haunted is because the townspeople, in the community near this farm, slaughtered an entire family there. It's one twist and turn after another. You never really know what's going on. It pulls you in different directions constantly, and it's really amazing. There is not one single second in this movie when there's not something pulling your attention. I am the world's worst to sit, watch a movie, and crochet at the same time or something like that. I couldn't do it. Could not. I could not take my eyes off the screen for the entirety of this movie. It is by far one of the best films I have ever seen. And that's saying a lot because I've got really strict guidelines when it comes to my horror movies. There's not a lot that scares me. A lot of times I'm like, yep, good movie. Didn't really scare me. This one honestly had some moments when I was quite frightened, which is a really nice change from a lot of the movies that I've been watching lately. I know I've said it to you before in a lot of the other reviews going into these blind. I don't know who is, labeling movies by genres these days, but probably a good 70% of the movies that I've been finding that say that they're either horror or thrillers, I wouldn't classify as either of those. Most of them I would either class as drama or adventure. That is not the case with Charlie's Farm. Charlie's Farm is horror from the word go. Even in the slow parts where it might not be exactly horror, it's still most definitely a thriller. I cannot say enough how great this movie is and how much you really need to see it. It is worth, doing your best to get a copy of this movie. You will not regret it. By all means, if anyone out there has a movie that they want me to review, tell me. Send me a message on Facebook, Twitter, make a note in the comments. I read all of my comments and I try to and I respond to them all as quickly as I can. Send me a private message. However you want to do it, I'm happy to review movies because I clearly don't notice them all. There are movies I've never heard of that I'm watching now, and I'm thrilled with them. This one, however, of all the movies I have gone into blind, has been my favorite so far. So by all means, pick up a copy of Charlie's Farm from 2014 and send a special thank you out to my dear friend Lulu, the Dame of Darkness. This has been the Duchess. Do not forget to hit subscribe. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to share with your friends. You can follow me on Facebook and Twitter. All of that information is down below in the comments. Have a fantastic day.